Welcome to Actual Scale Modelling. This is part 7 of Revell's Vasa. Scale is 1 to 150. In part 6 I started off with doing the bowsprit. In this part I'm going to be building the remaining masts, so the 3 remaining masts before placing them on. I should just point out as well, it's going to be a little while before I get the next part of the video up, so part 8, which will be the rigging. I haven't even started the rigging yet. I'm just very busy in other things at the moment, so the model's going to have to take a little bit of a back seat. It should get done within the next week or two, hopefully a lot sooner. It just all depends on other things that are going on. So just bear that in mind. After this video, there'll be a slight pause and until I can restart the kit again, but it won't be too long. So saying all that, let's jump into this one and see how well I get on. I'm starting off with the foremast, and the main paint colour is 382 Wood Brown by Revell Aquacolor, and the bottom part of the mast is 2 halves placed together. I'm going to need a couple of clamps for this because the fits look brilliant, and it just came away a little bit. So if you're doing the kit, just bear that in mind. You'll need some clamps and longer drying time. So the next part is to join the next section onto the foremast, and as you can see there, the location point is spread out from the mast to give you a bit of cohesion. Some kits will allow you to build this little part bracket to hold the next part of the mast up, but as you can see, that's already been pre-molded. And as you can see, I'm just topping up the paintwork here. I should point out as well, the main mast, that's the next part up from the lower mast. On this particular kit, the gallant mast, which is the uppermost part of the mast, that's already been moulded onto the main mast. So again, it depends on what kit you're doing, but these sometimes come in sections of 3. And once the paint's dry, I'm going on to Revell Aquacolor 381 Brown Silk. And this is just to paint in the little parts that bracket the mast. So it's the fixtures holding the main mast to the lower mast and things like that. So it's just a different wood colour. As you can see on the video, I've actually preparing all 3 masts at the same time just to ease of time. I've also labelled the masts as I am working on them, so I know exactly which mast is which. So now I'm going on to Revell Aquacolor 89 Beige, and these are for the rope braces that go around the lower mast part. And that's the 3 colours that make up the mast. Now it's time to paint all the remaining shrouds. And for the main colour, it's Revell Aquacolor 06 Tar Black, and that's going to be my main base colour on all the shrouds, similar to what I did on the bowsprit. Then it's back to the mast while that's drying, and I have the first cross tree going on here. Now, I had a problem with these. The actual housing, well, the seat that this cross tree sits on is angled downwards, so it goes at a slant. It didn't look right to me. I had a look at some photographs, other people's builds, and what I can ascertain is it should be level. So what I've done is I've decided to cement it in a level position. So if you can just about make out where the bar is meant to sit, but it is at an angle. There it is there. If it is meant to be at an angle, it's too acute for my liking. So I'm going to have to sort that out. So I've glued it in a straight position, and I'm just using a couple of clamps here just to give me a steady base to work on. And what I'm going to be doing here is once it's cemented in and dried, I'm just going to place in a little bit of filler where the bar is to give it its straight platform. Now this could be completely wrong, and it is meant to have an angle, but to me it doesn't look right. But this little filler will just give it its level platform. And it's back to the shrouds, and I'm using Revell Aquacolor 31 Fiery Red. Now this is for the stays at the bottom of the shroud. These are the little connection points that connect to the hull or the cross trees. Now, according to the instructions, the stay bracket, which is the top part and the bottom part of this little piece, these are painted red. Why that is, I've no idea, but it's only some of them. It's only on the upper ones that have got this colour. The main shrouds have a different colour. It's Revell Aqua 3-1 Brown Silk, which I'm painting on now. And the braces at the top is Revell Aqua 3-2 Wood Brown. These are just the brackets that hold the shrouds at the top. So it's back to the mast, and I'm just repainting the parts where I placed the filler on. Onto the yard arms now, and these are getting painted in Revell Aqua 17 African Brown. I'm just painting the lower yard arm here. As you can see, I've got everything here that I need to complete the mast at this stage. So first of all, to go on is the lower yard. The connection points are a little bit difficult to see, but on each mast, doesn't matter what kit you're doing, there should be a bracket that holds on each yard. These ones were a bit tight and needed pushed on quite firmly to get them to sit properly inside the bracket. Next to go on is the upper top sail yard. That just fits directly below the upper top cross tree there. I should say that top cross tree is sometimes referred to as the top cap as well, top mast cap. So depending on who you're talking to, they'll have a slightly different name for it. So next to go on is the top gallant yard. And as the name suggests, that's obviously where the gallant sail is and is at the top. This one doesn't have a royal yard, which would be placed at the very top of the gallant mast. But each one did fit all right. As I said, they had to be pushed in quite firmly to get them set inside. So now is the time to put on the shrouds. Now on each cross tree there is little markings for the stays to sit into for these shrouds to fit. But just a little bit of cement to hold them in. These can be quite tricky to fit, as I said before. Especially because they haven't got the footlock shroud. That's the tail ends of the shroud that go in the lower part of the mast. For some reason this design doesn't have them. Now again, I'm not sure whether they was meant to have them or not. I didn't place them on because it was really too tricky, if I'm absolutely honest with you, to get them to fit. And they run from down the cross tree onto the mast at a sharp angle, and it's a small kit, so it's I thought it was best just to leave them off. But as you can see there, the shrouds going on, and it's the same process from the top garlic mast shrouds. That's the ones I'm just placing on now. These ones were a little bit easier to fit in because the brace bracket at the top there just fits onto its opposite part, so it's a lot easier to fit. And now you can see the basic shape of the mast. Now I'm going on to the mizzen mast. I'm missing out on this video of the main mast because it's made up exactly the same way as the foremast. So the mizzen mast, the top part, the gallant part, is made up the same way. However, the jigger or spanker mast, this goes at a diagonal sweep, as you can see there. Now, it's not guesswork what angle you need for this. It's moulded into the plastic so it can go on. So as you can see there, I'm starting to place the mast on. So first of all, it goes on the bowsprit. The main locations for these are in its housing, and the two coil ropes that help tie in the bowsprit act as anchor points as well. I think this is why it was cast as solid plastic and not giving you a bit of rope to tie around it. So all that's left to do for this part of the video is to place on the remaining parts of the mast as well as the flagpole. So I'm just placing on the foremast now, and the next one will be the main mast, and of course the mizzen mast. And this will bring the video to an end, and remember there'll be a slight break from the next video, and the next video will be the actual rigging going on. But hopefully the break won't be that long. So in the meantime, if you haven't done so already, why don't you check out the channel for my other builds? There's quite a lot on there for you to have a look at. If you've never been to the channel before, why don't you subscribe to the channel? And if you do so, hit that notification bell, and you'll be kept up to date not only with this build, but all my up-and-coming builds as well, of course. If you enjoyed this video, why don't you hit that like button? That helps me out quite a lot. Also, why don't you leave a comment? Doesn't really matter what the comment is, even if it's just to say hi. I always like hearing from you guys. But in the main, as long as the comments are constructive in the criticism or whatever you wish to write, that's perfectly okay. And of course, don't forget to share the video. This helps my channel immensely if you share the video. So why don't you spare a second of your time doing that as well? But for now, I'll see you on the next video. Thank you all very much for watching. Bye bye.